Hello everybody, Spooky Sand Woman here. Thank you for checking out episode 22 of Asagao Academy. Last episode, we made it to the convention. Jirard showed us all around the marketplace, looking for itty bitty kitties. We got a cute little Turby because the lady called us Jirard's girlfriend. He didn't deny it. I'm his girlfriend. We're his girlfriend. I'm a girlfriend. Oh man, it was a good day today. Anyway. Now we're going to bed. Huh! I didn't end up seeing much of Mai that day. Or the next. At first I was a little worried that I wouldn't fit in without Mai to hang on to, but as the hours passed and the days went by, my worries faded away. After all, Jirard was always by my side. He was always worrying about me, making sure I knew what references we were referring to and that I didn't feel quite so lonely. He paid so much attention to me and was so kind that it was almost overwhelming. Jirard constantly did things for me and kept me in his thoughts. Meanwhile, here I was, doing what? What was I doing for him? How was I helping him? As the weekend went on, I found myself questioning it more and more. There must be something more I can do to help Jirard. But what? Finally, it was the night before we were set to go back to Asagao. The days of hanging out with Jirard in the Normal Boots Club, of sassing the Hidden Block Club and secret Nerf wars in the halls were over. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Even the convention goers themselves drastically thinned out. Suddenly, it was possible to go places without rubbing up against several sweaty strangers, and restaurant workers actually smiled at you when you ordered. I snuggled up under the blankets of my bed, just lying there, enjoying the warmth and relaxation. The next day, everything would be gone. All the carefree fun, the lack of stress, the bonding, the new things, the excitement, the chance to spend so much time with Jirard. All of it would be gone. But that was okay. After the practice and knowledge I gained, I was more than ready than ever to get back to Asagao and kick some Hidden Block ass. I giggled to myself, suddenly just a little bit creepy. Glad that Mai was at last the convention party. What sentence am I trying to put together? I giggled to myself, glad that Mai was at the last convention party of the trip. Okay, whatever. No doubt she'd have some wild stories to tell when she finally had time to see her. When I had time to see her. Someone knocked on my door, interrupting my thoughts. I glanced at the clock. 10 p.m. What could they want? I went to my door, stood on my tiptoes, peering through the peephole. Familiar spectacles greeted me through a fisheye view. Satch? Satch. Satch? Is something wrong? Is Jirard with you? I know where you were hanging out a lot this weekend. Satch tried to peer past me into my room, but I shook my head. The last I saw of him was at dinner, and then I came back here. Is he okay? He hasn't come back yet, and I'm worried. He wanted to get sleep early so that he would be awake for the ride back. What? You don't think something happened to him, did you? No, he's probably fine. I'm just worried. I think we're gonna go looking for him. Thanks for your help, Hana. Wait! I stepped into the hallway, pulling the door shut behind me. I'm coming with you. Thanks. That was kind of a scary laugh, Satch. While Satch and the others searched inside the convention center, I walked up and down the streets outside of it. Jirard said something about wanting to check out the shops nearby for Princess Pumpernickel, right? I walked from one end of the block and back again, too terrified of roaming the city alone to make it much further. Surely he was somewhere around here, though. Surely he wouldn't have gone too far? Snoring. Huh? What was that? An odd snoring kind of noise was coming from just inside the alleyway to my right. Was it a homeless person, or... I swallowed heavily, heart pumping fast. If it was Jirard, I just left him out here. He definitely got mugged and beaten and probably even kidnapped. Be strong, Hana. Be strong. Be strong for Jirard. I tiptoed quietly into the alleyway. There, slumped against the brick corner, sat a sleeping Jirard, a small brown paper bag in his hands. Jirard! Jirard! I shook him by the shoulder, but he was completely non-responsive. I took out my phone to send a quick text to Satch, then remembered I never got his number. Damn it! I squatted next to Jirard, lightly smacking him across the face. I didn't want to leave him there to go find the others. Maybe if I could wake him up? Jirard blinked heavily, staring sleepily at me.
Jirard.
Jirard? I grabbed his hand and pulled him with all my might. We've got to get you back to your room, come on! He shook his head vigorously, clearly having no desire to leave his nice, comfy, abandoned alleyway slumped against a brick wall position. Jirard, come on! This time I smacked him hard across the face, his eyes open. Oh boy. He turned to look at me and nodded thoughtfully. Yes, that's the appropriate response to getting smacked awake. Are you coming? I gave his arm a tug and he got to his feet, nodding again. Okay. Come on, let me get you to your room. If there was ever anything I did that made me look like someone who needed to be immediately incarcerated, this was it. I was leading Jirard like a blind man, narrating the obstacles in the hall, trying to clarify exactly where I was taking him. Every time his eyelids drooped, I gave him a hard smack across the face, and a hotel employee is whispering behind their hands. I'm going to give you so much shit for this when we get back. Finally, I managed to pull him into his room and fish his key card out of his pocket. Feeling like some kind of thief, which admittedly wasn't that bad of a feeling, considering I was just smacking the absolute fucking hootenanny out of him, I pushed him into his room and shut the door. Jirard teetered on his feet like some kind of tower in the wind, and I nudged him toward the bed by poking him in the belly. Stop it! Stop it! You deserve worse than this for what you put me through tonight. I pulled the sheets back and shoved him into bed. He curled up with a happy sigh. Stupid. He wrapped his hands around his pillow and buried his face into it, happy as a kid in a cloud. It was kind of hard to be angry at him when he was being like that. Silly. Oh my god, look at that fucking Princess Pumpernickel fucking itty bitty kitty's licensed product. I grabbed the edge of Jirard's blanket, carefully pulling it over his sleeping form. Thank you. Don't worry about it, Jirard. No, really. Thanks for being there for me. Jirard smiled into his pillow and slowly his breathing steadied out. Just like that, he was asleep. Silly kitty. An alarm clock by his bed caught my eye and I suppressed a giggle. An itty bitty alarm clock. He brought an itty bitty kitty alarm clock with him. Of course he did. You're the silliest person I've ever met. I gazed at his sleeping face. He looked so calm, so relaxed. I swept a lock of hair from his forehead. Then I was seized with impulse to kiss him, and my face flushed. Could I? No, he was sleeping. Get a grip of yourself, Hana. The door opened and a nervous Satch burst through. Yeah, Satch almost could have caught you kissing him. That would have been awkward. You probably would have been getting a lot of flack for that. Hana! Jirard. So he found him. One of the hotel staff told me a pink-haired girl was dragging a man with kittens on his shirt up to some room. I hoped it was you. It's a good thing we're leaving tomorrow. They probably all think I'm trying to kill you guys. Oh, definitely. Death by cuteness. Oh shit, Satch, you're flirting with me! Anyways, I need to get going. We've got to get up early tomorrow, you know. I do. Thanks for your help, Hana. You're a great friend. He grinned mischievously at me and I swallowed hard.
Bye.
Right, so see you tomorrow. I definitely was not thinking about kissing Jirard. No way, no sirree. Raced back to my room, face aflame. Was I really that obvious? Ugh. Oh, I did not read that. Oops. It was finally time to take the train back to Asagao. Maya and I woke up dead, so tired we didn't even bother changing out of our pajamas. We dragged our luggage to the hotel lobby and climbed into the lobby chairs, setting our foreheads against our knees. It's not even light outside. This is hell. It didn't take long for the others to show up. Everyone except Jirard. Jared, Jirard, and Satch were still in their pajamas. PBG was clutching a pillow, and Jimmy was wrapped in a blanket like some kind of burrito blanket. We traveled to the train station like a herd of zombies, only Jirard and Satch sustaining conversation. Even though Jared was dressed, he still like he'd shoot anyone who looked at him the wrong way. We piled into the train, barely noticing who was with who. I followed Jirard and Jared into a compartment, and Maya followed me. Oh boy. Jared's eyes widened, but it was too late to escape. The train rumbled into motion, and away we went. Maya took a seat next to Jared, and after he gave me a pleading look, I took a seat on the other side of her. The train rumbled steadily down the track, a lulling movement, almost like the rocking of a carriage. Maya was quiet for once, eyes compulsively falling shut. I watched her struggle to stay awake, occasionally snapping her head up like a dog trying to catch a fly, then falling lower again. Finally, her head lolled onto Jared's shoulder, and she was fast asleep. Jared glanced uncomfortably at her head, but even he wasn't rude enough to wake a sleeping girl. At some point, I noticed Jared's left leg fidgeting. He looked supremely uncomfortable and kept glancing at the compartment door. Jared? You okay? Hana? He peeled Maya's head off his shoulder and handed her limp form to me. I really, really need to pee. Please take care of her. Relieved of his burden, he dashed out the door. I tried to settle Maya on my shoulder, but no sooner than I leaned her against me, she fell directly into my lap. Of course she did. Maya, are you... She fine. Completely fine. A snort came from across the compartment. Jirard was clutching his mouth, trying hard to suppress his laughter. I shot him a glare. Hey, no worries. He shifted from his seat, now taking the open space next to me. You look just as tired as her. You can use my shoulder as a pillow, if you want. Jirard smiled kindly at me, and again I found myself wondering what I did to deserve this from him. Was he being nice again just because? Did he want something from me? No, that's alright. I'm gonna wait until we get back to Asagao.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do what I can.
But if you need me, I'm right here. Jirard entered the compartment again, and after a brief glance at all three of us, he took Jirard's old seat across the way. Ice cold. I watched the trees speed past the train, my eyes getting heavier and heavier. But I could stay awake, definitely. I wasn't tired at all. I wasn't. A jolt shot me into alertness. I was leaning against something warm and soft. I pushed myself up, wiping drool off my face. Have a nice nap? Jirard. You look like you slept well. I flushed and Maya giggled beside me. You didn't wake me up, you asshole. You were so cute the way you were snoring. No. I didn't mind it. Maya gave me a look and I knew exactly what she meant by it. I would never live this down. And so, just like that, our convention getaway was over. Things were going back to normal. I gathered up my things and headed back to the Asagao campus, avoiding Jirard's eyes the entire time. I drooled on Jirard. I'm so sorry. Chapter 3! More Jirard. I'm gonna end this episode off here. I think this is a good stopping point. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Share with your friends if they like drooling. Bye-bye.